Have you ever wondered how a simple act of obedience can turn your life around? Let's take a journey into the life of a man who can testify to this truth. This man is a successful entrepreneur today, but his journey to success was not a straight road. It was a path shaped by obedience to principles learned in his childhood. He was not born into wealth or privilege. His family, while modest, was rich in values and principles, and these were the cornerstones of his upbringing. Among these principles, obedience held a special place. His parents taught him that obedience was not about submission but about understanding and following a path of wisdom that had been laid before him by those who had walked it before him. As a young boy, he learned to obey his parents' advice, not because he was forced to, but because he saw the wisdom in their words. He learned the value of hard work, honesty, and respect for others. As he grew older, these principles became his guiding stars. He applied them to his studies, his relationships, and eventually, his business. When he started his journey as an entrepreneur, he didn't have a foolproof blueprint for success. What he had were the principles he learned as a child. He remembered his lessons about obedience, he followed the wisdom of his mentors, respected the rules of business, and worked hard to provide value to his customers. There were times of struggle and doubt, but he held on to his principles. Over time, his business began to prosper. His reputation grew. People trusted him because he was known to be a man of his word. His obedience to principles had led him to success, but more than material wealth, what he found was a sense of fulfillment and joy that no amount of money could buy. He discovered that the true blessing of obedience was not just success, but the peace and contentment that came with knowing he was on the right path. And so, through obedience, this entrepreneur discovered the path to success and fulfillment. His story is not just an inspiration, but a testament to the power of obedience in shaping our lives. But obedience isn't just for the big things in life, it's also in the everyday choices we make. Let's take a look at a real-life example. Picture this, a man named John who's always on the go, always in a hurry. One morning, he woke up late for a very important meeting. He was tempted to speed and ignore traffic rules to make up for lost time. However, he decided to obey the law, despite the urgency of his situation. As he was driving, he came upon a busy intersection. The light turned yellow. He had a split-second decision to make. He could either speed up, running the red light and potentially making it to his meeting on time, or he could slow down, stop at the light, and definitely be late. John chose obedience. He slowed down and stopped at the light. Just as he did, a massive truck barreled through the intersection, blatantly running the red light on the cross street. Had John decided to speed through the intersection, he would have been directly in the path of that truck. His decision to obey the traffic laws, despite his hurry, saved him from a potentially deadly accident. John's story isn't unique. It's a testament to the power of obedience in our everyday lives. Small decisions like obeying traffic laws can have significant impacts. They can bring blessings, often in forms we don't expect. In John's case, it was the blessing of safety, of life. Obedience, in its essence, is a choice. It's a decision we make every day, in big and small ways. It's a path that leads to blessings, often in the most unexpected places and ways. Remember, obedience isn't just about the monumental decisions in our lives, it's about the everyday choices we make, the small acts of obedience that can lead to significant blessings. In obeying the rules even when it was inconvenient, this individual was blessed with safety and life. Obedience doesn't just protect us, it can empower us. Let's take a moment to delve into a story that perfectly encapsulates this. Picture a young woman, let's call her Lisa. Lisa was just like many of us, fresh out of college and standing at the crossroads of life. A lucrative job offer from a renowned corporate firm was on her table. It was the kind of job many would dream of, and her parents were thrilled. But something was holding Lisa back. Now, Lisa had a mentor, someone she looked up to and respected. This mentor saw a different path for Lisa, one that was not paved with corporate gold but with the colors of her passion. Lisa had an extraordinary gift for painting, and her mentor believed that her talent had the potential to touch many lives. The choice was not easy. The security of a stable job was tempting, but Lisa decided to listen to her mentor, to obey his advice. She chose not to walk the beaten path, and instead to follow her passion. It was a decision that came with its fair share of hardships. There were days of self-doubt and struggle, but Lisa persevered. fueled by her obedience to her mentor's advice and her love for art. Fast forward a few years, Lisa is now a highly respected figure in the art world. Her paintings are not just admired for their beauty, but also for their power to evoke emotions and provoke thoughts. Lisa's work has touched the lives of many, and she has found a sense of fulfillment and joy that no high-paying job could have ever offered her. This is the power of obedience. It's not about blindly following orders, but about trusting the wisdom of those who guide us. It's about having the courage to make difficult choices and the strength to stick to them. Obedience can lead us down paths we never thought we'd tread, and yet find ourselves exactly where we need to be. Through obedience to her mentor's advice, Lisa found her true calling and achieved success beyond her imagination. Obedience can also lead to personal growth and transformation. Let's delve into an inspiring story. This tale begins with a man named John, an individual who had been struggling with his health for years. His lifestyle was dominated by unhealthy habits, a sedentary work life, and a lack of physical activity. He was stuck in a cycle of unfulfilling routines, with his health deteriorating day by day. One day, John decided to seek help to break free from this cycle. He approached a life coach. The life coach, with her years of experience and wisdom, laid out a plan for John. This plan included a balanced diet, regular exercise, and a mindful approach to everyday activities. She told John, "Obedience to this plan is the key to your transformation." John, desperate for change, decided to obey. He followed the life coach's guidance to the letter. He embraced the healthy lifestyle, leaving behind his old habits. It wasn't easy, but John's commitment to obedience was unwavering. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months. John's obedience to his life coach's guidance began to bear fruit. He lost weight, his energy levels increased, and he started feeling better about himself, but the transformation wasn't just physical. John started to see changes in his mental and emotional well-being as well. He felt more confident, more in control of his life. His relationships improved, and he found joy in things that he had previously overlooked. This transformation was not a miracle, but the result of John's obedience. His obedience to his life coach's guidance led to a healthier lifestyle, which in turn led to a healthier, happier John. John's story is a testament to the power of obedience. It shows us how obedience, even in the smallest of things, can lead to significant transformations. It teaches us that obedience is not just about following rules or commands, but about embracing a path that leads to growth and improvement. By obeying his life coach's guidance, John experienced a transformation that improved his quality of life significantly. And that, dear listeners, is the power of obedience in personal growth. So what is the essence of obedience? Take a moment and let's journey back to the previous scenes. We've explored the blessings of obedience, its role in our everyday lives, the power it holds, and how it contributes to personal growth. Now we're here, at the heart of it all, the essence of obedience. Obedience, in its purest form, isn't about bowing down to authority or suppressing your own desires. It's about understanding the wisdom behind the rules, the principles, the advice, and the guidance we receive. It's about respecting the knowledge and experience of those who came before us and those who guide us today. Think back to the stories we've shared. Each one is a testament to the transformative power of obedience. It's not about blind adherence, but a conscious choice, a strategic decision to follow a path that has been proven to lead to success, safety, and empowerment. Remember the farmer who obeyed the agricultural principles and reaped a bountiful harvest. Or the athlete who obeyed her coach's guidance and broke records. The entrepreneur who obeyed sound business advice and built an empire. And the young adult who obeyed his parents' wisdom, leading to personal growth and understanding. These stories aren't just about obedience, they're about the blessings that come from obedience. They paint a vivid picture of how obedience can open doors, break barriers, and create opportunities. It's a key to unlocking the treasures life has to offer, both tangible and intangible. But the beauty of obedience is that it's a choice. It's a decision that you make every day, in every action you take, in every decision you make. It's not imposed, it's embraced. And the more you choose to obey, the more you set yourself up for blessings in various forms. So, remember, the road to blessings is often paved with obedience. How will you choose to obey today?